Hello students, good morning to everyone. Let's get started our chemistry class. In previous session, we touched upon salts and different types of salts, and we also covered some important salts and their preparation and uses like sodium chloride, bleaching powder, and we have also seen sodium hydroxide. So in this class, two more important salts which I am going to teach you. They are baking soda and washing soda. Okay, so let me talk about baking soda. Baking soda is most important chemical compound. This chemical compound which we use in our daily life. Okay, so baking soda, it is a basic salt. Baking soda is the basic salt. Chemically, it is called as sodium hydrogen carbonate. The chemical name of baking soda is sodium hydrogen carbonate. Okay, it is also called as sodium bicarbonate. Sodium bicarbonate. Sodium bicarbonate. Okay, so it is also called as sodium bicarbonate, sodium hydrogen carbonate, sodium hydrogen carbonate, sodium bicarbonate. Clear? So these two are the chemical names of baking soda. Common name is baking soda. Okay, clear? And the chemical formula of baking soda or sodium hydrogen carbonate is NaHCO3. NaHCO3. So this is the chemical formula of baking soda. Remember the chemical formula of baking soda and chemical name of the baking soda. Most important compound, and it is basic salt. Okay, so it has pH value more than 7. It has pH value more than 7, basic salt, and it is a salt of strong base and weak acid. Baking soda is the salt of strong base and weak acid. Already I told you salts are different types based upon the relative strength of acid and base. Okay, weak acid, strong base. Okay, when weak acid reacts with strong base to give basic salt, when strong acid reacts with weak base to give acidic salt, when strong acid reacts with strong base to give neutral salt. Acidic salt is the salt of strong acid and weak base. Basic salt is a salt of strong base and weak acid. Neutral salt is a salt of strong acid and strong base. So here sodium hydrogen carbonate, that is also called as baking soda. It is a salt of strong base NaOH and weak acid H2CO3, carbonic acid. It is a salt of strong base NaOH, weak acid H2CO3. Clear? Understood? So it is basic salt, pH value more than 7, and it is sparingly soluble in water. Sparingly means what? Slightly, partially soluble in water. Clear? Now preparation of baking soda. How baking soda is prepared in the laboratory? Okay, so generally in the laboratory it is obtained as intermediate product. Okay, baking soda is obtained as intermediate product in the Solvay ammonia soda process. Solvay ammonia soda process. It is one of the process. Solvay ammonia soda process is one of the method in which baking soda is formed as intermediate compound, intermediate product. Okay, in this method baking soda is obtained, baking soda is formed as intermediate product. Okay, clear? So by using this process, by using Solvay ammonia soda process, we can prepare baking soda in the laboratory on large scale. Large scale means large quantity. Okay, large quantity of baking soda can be prepared in the laboratory by using Solvay ammonia soda process. In this process, this baking soda is formed as intermediate compound. Clear? Now, so in this process, in Solvay ammonia soda process, normal carbonate like sodium carbonate, potassium carbonate, in this process normal carbonate can be converted to the bicarbonate. Bicarbonate means carbonate having HCO3 like sodium bicarbonate, potassium bicarbonate. In Solvay ammonia soda process, normal carbonate can be converted to bicarbonate by passing carbon dioxide gas. By passing carbon dioxide gas through saturated solution of sodium carbonate. Okay, when carbon dioxide gas when carbon dioxide gas is passed through saturated solution of sodium carbonate, then it gives sodium bicarbonate, NaHCO3. Clear? So in this process, normal carbonate is converted to bicarbonate by passing carbon dioxide gas through saturated solution of sodium carbonate. Saturated solution means sodium carbonate with water. So here the chemical equation for the preparation of baking soda follows as when carbon dioxide CO2 is passed through saturated solution of sodium carbonate, means sodium carbonate with water. When carbon dioxide is passed through saturated solution of sodium carbonate, then it gives sodium bicarbonate, NaHCO3, and this sodium bicarbonate is sparingly soluble, and this sodium bicarbonate or sodium hydrogen carbonate is also called as baking soda. So this is the preparation method of sodium hydrogen carbonate or baking soda. Clear? So you practice chemical equation for the preparation of baking soda or sodium hydrogen carbonate. Now what will happen when baking soda is heated? Okay, what are the products formed on heating of baking soda? Okay, when baking soda is heated, when 2 molecules of baking soda is heated, when 2 molecules or 2 moles of baking soda is heated, delta indicates heating. When baking soda is heated, on heating, baking soda produces sodium carbonate, Na2CO3, water and carbon dioxide. These three are the products formed on heating of baking soda. What are the products formed when baking soda is heated? Sodium carbonate, water, carbon dioxide. So this is just like chemical decomposition. Chemical decomposition nothing but breaking of single compound into 2 or more simpler substances. Here sodium carbonate, which is the single compound, when it is heated, it is broken. It splits into sodium carbonate, water, carbon dioxide. So this reaction takes place in the presence of heat. Okay, when some amount of heat is supplied to the sodium bicarbonate on heating, this compound breaks into sodium carbonate, water, carbon dioxide. And this reaction also very important. Now uses. What are the uses? Where we use sodium bicarbonate or baking soda? So you all know that baking soda is white crystalline solid. White crystalline solid. Okay. So it is salt, white crystalline salt. Okay. Just like crystal forms. You just see crystals of salt. Okay. So it is white crystalline solid. Solid it is. White crystalline solid at room temperature. And it is sparingly soluble. Sparingly means what? Partially. Not completely soluble. When it is added to the water, so some salt of baking soda, some amount of baking soda dissolve in water, some remains undissolved. Sparingly means partially. Some amount of the salt may be dissolved, some amount of the salt may not be dissolved. It remains undissolved. Okay. Sparingly means partially soluble in water. And you all know that baking soda is added for faster cooking, for domestic purpose. In our kitchen, we use baking soda for making mirchi, some food items, bondas like that. Okay. So when we add baking soda to the food items, they are made and they become soft and smooth. Suppose if you do not add baking soda to the food items, they become very hard. So baking soda is added for faster cooking, and it is used for making some food items like mirchi, bonda, and baking soda makes food items smooth and sponge. Okay, clear? Now Baking, in addition to the baking soda, baking powder also available in the market. Baking powder is different. Baking soda is the compound, its chemical formula is NaHCO3. Baking soda is also called as sodium hydrogen carbonate or sodium bicarbonate. Along with baking powder also available in the market, but baking powder is the mixture. Baking powder is the mixture of sodium bicarbonate and tartaric acid. Okay, edible acid. Tartaric acid is the edible acid. Baking powder is a mixture of sodium bicarbonate, NaHCO3, sodium bicarbonate, and tartaric acid. Tartaric acid. Okay, tamarind contain tartaric acid. It is edible. Edible means what? It is fit for eating. Okay, so baking powder is a mixture of sodium bicarbonate, NaHCO3, and tartaric acid. So in the market, baking soda and baking powder both are available. Both are added to the food items to make them smooth and sponge. Okay, clear? When baking powder is heated or mixed with water, okay, when baking powder is mixed with water or heated, it produces, on heating, baking powder produces famous gas that is called as carbon dioxide. Both produce carbon dioxide. Baking soda also produce carbon dioxide on heating, and baking powder also produces carbon dioxide. Baking soda and baking powder both produce carbon dioxide on heating. When baking powder is heated or mixed with water, it produces carbon dioxide, and this carbon dioxide rises through bubbling the duff. Duff means what? Pindi. Okay, so this carbon dioxide rises through bubbling the duff into cake or bread. So generally we add baking powder to the duff. Okay, so when baking powder is heated, along with duff, okay, so it produces carbon dioxide. This carbon dioxide rises through bubbling. Okay, bubbling. Okay, it rises through bubbling the duff into cake and bread. And the production of carbon dioxide, the release of carbon dioxide makes cake and bread smooth and spongy. Okay, so otherwise, suppose if baking powder is not added to the duff, then the food items cake and bread made, and they become hard, very hard, and which are not fit for heating. Okay, understood? So the main advantage of baking powder is to make the food item smooth and sponge. It is added for faster cooking. Clear? Next, and sodium hydrogen carbonate, nothing but baking soda. It is used as antacid. You all know that antacid is not a acid, it is base. Antacid being base. Anti means opposite to the acid. It is not a acid, it is being base. It works against the acid. So when we take baking soda water, okay, when it is mixed with water, it becomes solution. So when we take baking soda water, so it neutralizes the excess acid present in our stomach, and it is used to treat acidity problem. It is used as the antacid, like milk of magnesia. Okay, and it is also used in fire extinguisher. Fire extinguisher is a device to put off the fire. Okay, generally in hospitals, in schools, colleges, we see fire extinguisher cylinder. So this fire extinguisher cylinder is filled with baking soda. Why? Because baking soda produces carbon dioxide inside the fire extinguisher. Okay, so chemical reaction takes place inside the fire extinguisher. So fire extinguisher cylinders are filled with baking soda. Okay, when nozzle is open, when nozzle of the fire extinguisher cylinder is open, then carbon dioxide gas comes out. When carbon dioxide gas is forced out from the fire extinguisher cylinder, that puts off the fire. Okay, clear? So it is used in fire extinguisher to put off the fire, and it is used as mild antiseptic. Okay, suppose if we get honeybee bite or any ant bite, so swelling comes over the surface of the skin. So that swelling can be reduced by rubbing the area with baking soda solution. By rubbing the swelling area with baking soda solution, then that can be cured. The swelling can be cured. It is used as the mild antiseptic. These are the uses of baking soda. Clear?